we feel like by separating ourselves from the ghetto, the ratchet, the whatever, that we somehow gain status and gain a glimpse into whitehood, and it don't work like that. Because we're still trying to prove ourselves as different from the rest of black people. We're still trying to prove that we're one of the good ones. We spend all our life doing it. We're one of the good ones. So we watch shit like Sotomayor showcasing the bad ones, and it just it confirms a lot of our notions and validate a lot of our notions that we're one of the good ones. And what we don't realize is that by doing that and separating ourselves into these little factions and groups, that we're just feeding into the white supremacist ideal.
Recently, Tommy Sotomayor broke the internet with a video of a confrontation that he had with a black woman after being in a car accident. If you didn't know who Tommy Sotomayor was back then, you certainly know who he is now. Alright, Tommy Sotomayor is notorious for calling black women whores, hair-hatted whores,
hair-hatted hooligans.
Yeah. Bitches. I mean, the list of derogatory terms goes on and on. Why do you think a man like Tommy Sotomayor continues to grow a fan base, or even just continues to exist in this conscious circle in the black community, especially still have a large group of women who still follow and support him?
Well, I mean, to be honest with you, a lot of black people in general hate themselves. And I think Tommy Sotomayor gives them an opportunity to feel like they're better than someone else. I think a lot of people look at those videos and look at the negative things that happen, and look at the people that he talk about and feel like, well, I'm not that person. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if these people are the bottom of the barrel, I feel safety in my position, in my blackness, and in my life, because I'm not there. I'm not one of them. And the thing is, a lot of black women hate themselves. On top of that, like, misogynoir is something that affects women as well. Like, women are also purveyors of misogyny and patriarchy as well. So, and I think that's what it boils down to. A lot of women see these videos and they get to feel like they're better than the next person, because as black women, we tend to compete with each other. And that's been something that we've been doing for like ages. And it don't make no sense, because essentially there should be some sort of sense of community, since black women are the most like disenfranchised group of individuals on this earth. You would think we would bond together, form some type of sisterhood, and uplift each other. I personally had the same amount of respect I do for a hood rat, a foot drag, a dirty foot, whatever you want to call them, as I do for a businesswoman. You know what I'm saying? I might not necessarily fool around in the hood like that, but I still have a certain amount of respect. And my thing is, everybody can't live their life based on what I feel like is acceptable. And so what happens in situations with Tommy Sotomayor is that he pretty much takes, it's kind of like how gossip works. It's kind of like how reality TV works. It's kind of like, it's just sensationalism. It's kind of like why women like the Bad Girls Club. It's kind of like why women like, Love and Hip Hop, you know what I'm saying, the Real Housewives and things like that. You get to take somebody else's drama, sensationalize it, and then you still get to come out feeling like you're better because you don't have that same type of drama, or you at least pretend like you don't have that same type of drama in your life. And what Tommy Sotomayor does is he pretty much takes what he considers the bottom of the barrel, and he feels like he's giving tough love to black women. And so when you have that rhetoric, and then you have black women who are taught that the pretty much the fucking zenith of their existence on earth is to find a man or find a husband, and you got a man who's telling you this is how you do it, they're going to listen to him. So, especially once he has a platform, because status is extremely important to black women nowadays, or perceived status, because that man ain't He's not Forbes list. You know what I'm saying? But you take this perceived power that he has. So he has what I think Jewel Pookrum called it it's like the bird brain mentality, where we only listen to figures who we deem our authority. So because he's made a name for himself, and now that he has gained a certain amount of followers, because it originally was black men following him. So once he gained that particular following, black women saw those numbers as that meaning he must know what he's talking about. He has to be a figure of authority because people listen. So whenever he says some shit, no matter how fucking disrespectful it is, how childish it is, and how uninformed it is completely, black women still take it, and they look at it like it's an opportunity to have a leg up on the next person. And because we're going to listen to a man more so often because we're trying to get one. So we're going to value his opinion a little bit more than we're going to value anybody else's. And that's one of the issues with patriarchy. I feel like Tommy Sotomayor on the cool is undercover, but that's just me. Well, really, it's not just me. I feel like it's a lot of other people who feel like he's harboring certain types of feelings, and he's been hurt by a black woman. But it's still sensationalism. Like I said, you know, white people got their bad girls club and shit like that, and we got Tommy Sotomayor, so we can sit back and look at the trash of the black race. And it's fucked up because I feel like he should spend most of his time attempting to uplift black women instead of showcasing everything the fuck they do wrong. And you can't say that it's not misogyny in there because he never focused on the issues that plague black males. And I think he would probably go a lot farther helping black men out. You're a man, so focus on like helping men out versus completely like just bashing black women over and over and over and over and over and over.
So do you think people like Tommy Sotomayor exist and they have such a flotilla of people that follow them because there's a lot of hurt black men and hurt black women?
I don't even think it's because people are hurt. As black people, we're taught that black people ain't shit. That's why we have names for them. That's why we have shit like Hood Rat, Ratchet. You got the Foot Draggers and the Dirty Feet and shit like that. That's why we have that. It's because people who are impoverished or whatever, for some reason, we've decided that it's completely their fault. And that even if we come from that situation, once we're out of that situation, we completely disown our own people. We're taught that black lives don't have the same amount of value as white ones. That's why you never see white people making shows and talking shit about trailer trash and shit like that. Because at the end of the day, they still value each other. And we don't value each other. So we feel like by separating ourselves from the ghetto, the ratchet, the whatever, that we somehow gain status and gain a glimpse into whitehood. And it don't work like that. Because we're still trying to prove ourselves as different from the rest of black people. We're still trying to prove that we're one of the good ones. We spend all our life doing it. We're one of the good ones. So we watch shit like Tommy Sotomayor showcasing the bad ones, and it confirms a lot of our notions and validate a lot of our notions that we're one of the good ones. And what we don't realize is that by doing that and separating ourselves into these little factions and groups, that we're just feeding into the white supremacist ideal. Because essentially, they don't have to divide and conquer no more. We'll do it ourselves.